Drunk driving is an issue year-round, but some of the most dangerous days of the year are between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. Last year, nearly 900 people were killed in drunk driving crashes during this time. David Green from our friends at Green & Phillips is here to talk about the dangers of drinking while driving. What's so special about the holiday season and what causes this issue, David?
Well, there's so many parties going on. People are having business parties. They're having events where families come in, and so that many times people get together, they decide they're going to drink alcohol. Sometimes they drink too much alcohol and get behind the wheel of a car and cause very serious injuries or even death.
How big is this issue?
It is a huge problem. It's a problem throughout the year, as we've talked about, but it is a problem especially for holidays because you have so many people drinking and driving. It is a serious, serious problem.
And what are some of the plans that our friends at home can go ahead and make if they do know that they'll be drinking that night?
Well, I think it's a great idea to get an Uber or get a cab, the old-fashioned cab, ride the bus, anything else other than driving the vehicle yourself, or have a designated driver. That's a very simple way to make sure that you do not drink and drive. I choose not to drink. I'm just not one that's ever done it, but I believe that if you do, that's something that you should always make sure that you have a designated driver. I believe too that if you just decide to drink even one drink, you technically can be held under the influence of alcohol, and if you kill someone, you can be charged with murder. So very, very serious to even drink even a little bit and drive.
Right, so that's what I was going to ask you. What would you say to someone who's thinking about driving? Maybe they've had one drink, they may feel tipsy, but they don't think that they're drunk.
Well, I say don't do it. If you've been drinking at all, do not drive. You've got civil consequences, which could be very severe, or criminal consequences if you were to hurt someone. So really, it's very, very important to make sure you do not get behind the wheel ever if you've been drinking at all.
On the other side of this issue, I want to talk about the victims of car wrecks and what they should do if they think they've been hit by a drunk driver.
Well, that's very important. You want to make sure that you go ahead and do anything you can to make photographs of the scene, to go ahead and get treatment, and make sure you talk to a personal injury lawyer, because a case involving a drunk driver is very complicated and really can be something that's very valuable to you because of your injuries, but you need to make sure they're held accountable.
And what if the drunk driver doesn't have insurance? Maybe they flee the scene. What can the victim of that car wreck do?
Well, that happens a lot of times. People are scared, they're out of their mind, drunk or whatever, but it's very important to make sure that if you're involved in an accident, make sure you have the police come, get a report. There may be coverages out there that will cover your injuries that you don't know about. Your uninsured motorist, your underinsured motorist, all those types of things can come into play in this type of claim.
And finally, if our friends at home have any kind of questions regarding these kind of cases, how can they contact you?
It's really easy. 51 North Florida Street. The road is open. We're actually having ribbon cutting soon, and you can come by Green & Phillips anytime or call us at 300-2000.
David, thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.